Hey everyone, welcome back to a quick video on how to use Evernote. Today we're going to be explaining and going through how to create a note that you can look over quickly and see exactly what is in that note and the important contents of it. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. First, I have a blank note here. In my previous video, I showed you how to create a note, put that note into a notebook, and how to create stacks. If you need to learn that, then hop back over there and watch that video. If not, then let's continue on. Now, there are 4 steps that go into creating a perfect note. With that said, you don't have to use every step with every note. I'll explain as we continue. Here I have the notes that I wrote for the course that I took on Building a Second Brain, Unit 4, where I actually learned how to create this system of making a clear, concise note that I'm going through with you now. As we see, step 1 is to write the full note, as I have done here. Now, if I were to just pull up this note and look over it, it's somewhat tedious. It's not a forever long note, but still, I'd like to be able to just glance over this and know exactly what is the content of this entire paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to bold the sections of importance. There, down. Perfect. Now, I can look over this and I can see exactly what is most important in this post. I can see that this line right here summarizes what is in this section, and this line right here summarizes what is in this section. Perfect. Now I want to go just a step further and make it a bit more clear of exactly what I want my eyes to go to first. So I'm going to highlight the most important areas in the bolded sections. So for this note, it's just going to be these head note pieces. There we go. Now, step 4 is to write a summary of what this note is. So I could just look at the top of my page and say, this is what it's all about, and determine if that's something that I need to use at this moment. I like this last part, so I'm actually going to use this as my summary. And there we go. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. I've taken this somewhat tedious note and turned it into something that I can look over quickly and determine whether I want to use it or not. Now, like I said, you don't have to use every single step. In some of your notes, you'll be able to just bold the areas that you need, and that'll be enough. In some, you'll just have to bold and highlight. But in some of your posts, it's very beneficial to have a summary at the top of your page. It all determines on the note. Now, why would you have to use this? If you are working on a project, let's say that I was writing a blog post on how to organize your thoughts and your ideas, and I pulled up all these different notes of things that I had studied on this particular topic. Instead of having to read through every single note and every single word, I could instead pull up my notes and say, oh, highlighted sections, oh, bolded sections, here's a quick summary, instead of having to read the entire section. It's a quick way of determining whether this is something that I will be using or whether it's something I should pass on. I hope that this was extremely beneficial for you. Again, if there's anything that you have any suggestions on how I can improve how I use Evernote, please let me know. And if this was helpful, give me a shout out. I love to hear how you are using this amazing program. You guys keep being awesome.